Hello guys, this is Average Trader and welcome to week 11 of our trade logging series, right? We made 2.5R this week, so $2,500 for me and 2.5 times whatever your risk is for you guys. Just a quick reminder, if you do want to catch these trades live, feel free to join our website, right? We do stream these trades live every day that the market's open, right? On top of that, we're the only chat room on the market, right? That if we don't make money a certain month, you don't pay us anything, right? And that's, one of the ways that we try to protect our customers, right? From all the scams out there. Regardless, let's hop into the first trade of the week. And the first trade of the week was a stop out. Fair warning, guys. The beginning of this week was very rough, so get ready to see a bunch of stop outs. But we took LVS 39 by 38.50 on a 1 minute breakout, as you can see. Markets just took a turn for the worst. I really wish that LVS pushed to 1R so we can move our stop to break even first, so that we wouldn't have stopped out on this thing, but didn't hit 1R target. According to my plan, I cannot move my my stop loss to break even before it hits 1R. So came all the way back down and stopped me for 1R loss. Next trade we took was ABT 127 by 99.97, and I took the screenshot a bit late, but we entered off of this topping tail right here, which should have been a big indicator on what was to come, right? If we were quick enough, we could have maybe only stopped out for half of an hour or something like that, right? But as you can see, it popped us and then it dropped right all the way down to our stop loss at 99.97. We were taking this off of a breakout on the 1 minute, put our stop loss below this bottoming tail right here, but as you can see, this red bar grossly cut under our stop loss. And the most frustrating thing is, right after it stops us out, this thing just pushes higher to the high of the day, right? But this is part of trading, right? You're not gonna always have perfect entries. Sometimes market makers are just out there to get you on certain days, but it is what it is. We stopped out on ABT. Next trade was Airbnb, ABNB, and we got out at break even. It was 106.50 by 105.50, so $1 stop, okay? And as you can see, it did push 1R and then it just turned for the worst once again, right? Stopped us out at 106.50 and immediately starts pushing higher again, right? So this is what I'm talking about. Trading is sometimes it can be very, very frustrating, right? But that's part of the job, right? You just gotta swallow the pill and don't get me wrong, it's a tough pill to swallow, but you just gotta, move on, right? Move on to the next trade, because there will always be another trade, all right? Don't ever get FOMO, right? Don't ever have the fear of missing out on any specific trade. Next trade we took was another stop out, but we only stopped for half of an hour this time. Was TCOM 28.50 by 28.30. Okay, so a very, very tight stop. You can see we took it off of this breakout right here, and this is actually just 30 cents right here. Because we took it all the way back here, okay, as time went on and it popped and it didn't go, I know from experience that these momentum plays, these breakouts, these 3-bar plays that pop and don't go, have a very high chance of failing, right? So we raised our stop loss, or I did, to half of an R, and good thing we did, because look at this huge red bar that just comes in, right? Would have gotten stopped out for the full R if we didn't raise our stop loss to half of an R. But regardless, TCOM got stopped for half of an R. And would I take this trade again? You betcha I would, right? Beautiful, beautiful breakout, right? You can't find a flatter breakout than that, right? It just happens, some news came out or markets took a dive, something, right, happened that we can't predict, and stopped us out. Finally, a winner, right? So next trade we took was Apple 147.50 by 148. Okay, so a short. And you might say, well, where's the pattern, right? Well, the pattern is a daily, which I forgot to put here, but it was a really nice daily pattern. And we took this off of a 50-cent stop, and we got 2R very painlessly. I remember this play, okay? This play actually went 5R. Okay, think about what I just said, 5R. If you had, used a trailing stop loss, right, or some other trade management where you stay in the trade until it stops you out, right, for a profit, obviously, you could have gotten 3, 4, or 5R instead of 2R like me, right? So this just goes to show you, my trading plan might not be the best trading plan, right? Everybody has their unique trading plan, or should have a unique trading plan that fits them the best, right? Personally, I aim for 2R, and I find comfort knowing that, you know, I've secured 2R, right? Even if it goes 5, 10, 100R, whatever, right? I've gotten my 2R and I move on to the next trade. But regardless, really good trade on Apple. Made 2R off of it. Next trade we took was MRNA 125.50 by 124.50, and we got out at break even. Very big shame. But you can see the breakout on the 1 minute and the 2 minute, right? As well as a 3-bar play on the 5 minute, right? Unfortunately, popped 1R, came back, chopped around, right? You can argue to take this off of a 1 minute wedge, okay, but unfortunately I was already in on the breakout, and it tagged me at break even. Next trade we took was AMD 66.80 by 67.20 2R. Very painless. Look at how painless this is, right? No retracement, no nothing, right? Just 2R, super easy, right? You know, 10 minutes into the day, 2R. Okay. What was the pattern? Well, the daily had a big part to do with why we took this trade, but if you want a pattern, there was a mini 3-bar play that formed on the 1 minute. If you zoomed in on the first 3 bars, all right, a mini 3-bar play on the 1 minute. Next trade we took was Nike 82.77 by 83.77. Got out of this thing at break even, okay? And the reason this didn't hit 1R or anything, right? But the reason we got out of it was Nike was having a lot of volume issues. Look at only 30, you know, not a lot of movement, right? Especially for the beginning of the day, right? So we got out of this thing break even earlier than expected, but nevertheless didn't lose any money on it. Next trade we took was NVDA 122.40 by 121.85, right? We actually got into this thing, we anticipated the entry on this thing because if it was a 3-bar play, and you can see we took it off of the 1 minute 3-bar play, okay? And this thing was very close to stopping us out, right? But it didn't, right? Retraced and then hit target, okay? Very painless trade. There's also a 5 minute 3-bar play if you want to take that, but you know, at that point average trading range is getting into a bit of a concern, right? But regardless, NVIDIA 122.40 121.85, and we got 2R out of it pretty painlessly, right? And you know, you could say, why do you say painless if there's a retracement? We expect a 50% retracement after a move up, right? If you've taken our course, you know what to expect, right? And we plan our stop losses accordingly, right? So yeah, 2R off of NVIDIA. And the last trade we took of the week was a stop out, KSS 24.70 by 25.15. Okay. You know, honestly, not much I can say about this, right? 24.70, 25.15. We really didn't. If there's one trade that I want back this week, it was this trade, right? We took this off of a major. The only pattern that we had was the daily, right? The daily breakdown, right? The daily gap down, and it wasn't even a level 3 gap. It was a level 2 gap, right, at best. And I decided to take it with a with the high of the day as the stop. And you know, as soon as I got triggered in, I remember it just pushed higher all the way to the stop out. So, you know, I'm not perfect either, right? This trade was a complete garbage trade, right, that I took. Which is why, you know, if you're in the chat room in the mornings, right, I always tell people, if you don't understand the trade, or you're not comfortable taking a trade, or you just don't believe in a trade that I'm taking, don't take the trade, right? The chat room is there for ideas, right? I'm giving you guys ideas. You guys give me ideas I might have missed, ideas you might have missed, that type of stuff, right? So definitely, you know, think about the trade before you get into it, because obviously I did not think about this trade, right? And we stopped out KSS. And that's gonna do it for this week. We took like over 10 trades this week, right? So a lot of trades this week, and 2.5R ain't bad, right? Ain't bad. Another reminder that we do these trades live every morning at our website, averagetrader.live. Link is in the description. If you want to take these trades with me, all right, and feel free to join our Discord, right? We have a free share sizing bot, okay, to keep your risk consistent if you're having trouble with that. And I'm very active on the Discord, all right? So if you have any more questions or comments, join the Discord or put them in the comments section, all right? Otherwise, have a nice weekend, guys. Bye-bye.